This is big breaking emergency news. A major bombshell was just dropped about what is coming next, what is coming in just a few months. On January 20th, we are being warned from people inside Trump's cabinet that a national health emergency could be declared on day one. And we are getting lots of details behind the scenes of what's going to happen. So I want you guys to listen to this really quick, though. Please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting every single day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So this is a speech that was just given recently by RFK Jr. And he is now the nominee for HHS Secretary, Health and Human Services, which has authority over the FDA and sets the standard for a lot of different health requirements in the United States and for food as well. And he's saying on day one he's going to declare a health emergency relating to these certain things and completely revamp and change our healthcare system and our food system. So I want you guys to listen to what he's saying here.
It's not your fault. It's because we are mass poisoning you, and we need to put an end to it. And on day one, we're going to declare an emergency like we did in COVID. But it's going to be a chronic disease emergency, and we're going to get the fluoride out of the water. We're going to get the chemicals out of the food. We're going to get the chemtrails out, the chemicals out of the chemtrails, and there's 1,000 ingredients in our food that are banned in Europe. And we're going to get rid of all those chemicals. And I know how to do it.
All right, so you heard that there. That was RFK Jr. He's saying we're going to get rid of the chemicals in the food, chemicals in the water. He's saying that we're mass poisoning you. This is going to be the head of the HHS. And he is saying that he believes that this is the root cause of a lot of problems. He has more to say, too, in just a second. I'm going to let you guys listen, but this is big, somebody at this level. He also said that he is going to work on banning chemicals in the air, right? And geoengineering projects, things like this, solar radiation management projects. He's even saying he's going to target things like that and prevent them from happening. Let me know what you guys think down below. Listen to what he's also saying here. He also gave some more details of what's going to happen on day one, and he also said a national emergency will be declared so he can deal with a lot of these issues. Listen to this too.
The one thing that is making America sick is corruption in the regulatory agencies. The agencies that are supposed to be protecting public health are not doing that. Instead, their primary priority is the mercantile and commercial interests of pharmaceutical companies, of big food and big agriculture. And they are utterly corrupt at least the top part of those agencies, completely corrupt. And President Trump has asked me for help unraveling the corporate capture of those agencies, unraveling this corrupt merger of state and corporate power. And we've already put together a team to move into USDA, to move on day one. And save the soils in our country, and to end these. Almost all of our subsidies are going to corn, soy, and wheat, and these become the feedstock for this. We're producing food that is no longer nutrient dense. It's nutrient anemic, and it's creating. And it is the food that is the cheapest, so it becomes the feedstock for the ultra-processed food industry. And that food is the food, 70% of the food that is paid for by food stamps. So it gets a subsidy, agricultural subsidies, and it gets the food stamp subsidy, $70 billion a year, to poison American poor with. It gets the school lunch program, 70% of that is going to ultra-processed foods. And we are systematically sickening our children. And the greatest asset, the most valuable asset in our country today, if you're an insurance company, if you're part of the medical complex, hospitals, etc., if you're a pharmaceutical company, the most valuable asset is a sick child. And that's why our kids are the sickest kids in the history of the world and the sickest of any country we have.
All right, so that is what he's saying is going to happen on day one. He's saying he's got a team ready to go into the USDA and make major changes there. He also has a team ready to go to the FDA. Okay, the FDA is directly under HHS. It's a branch of HHS, and he can directly make rules and regulations for it, which regulates all the food in the US and the drugs. So he could come and say these certain chemicals, these certain things, and all the food products are banned. And he makes a good point where we have the same exact products that are in places like Europe. There's comparisons, things like a box of Fruit Loops. There's 5 to 10 ingredients in Europe, and then in the United States there's 20 different ingredients. Okay, so all these things are going to be targeted. He's saying insurance companies are going to be targeted. This is what he is saying, and he is going to have a major battle. There's going to be a lot of pushback from these companies and from everyone involved in these industries. There's going to be major pushback anytime there's change, especially big changes like this. So let me know what you guys think down below. Please just hit it up for me down there. It helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that, so people know what's going on in our country, right? This is coming in just a few months, and this is something that our country needs. Okay, our food industries, our pharmaceutical industries have been allowed to run rampant with no regulations, essentially, and no oversight for at least the past few years, at least since 2020. Okay, it seems like the doors have been ripped off. There's been things going on before that. There's been things happening for decades. Okay, he's talking about geoengineering programs and things like that. He's going to try to get banned. Okay, so this is a big step in the right direction. Let me know what you guys think down below, right? And nothing's perfect, right? No one's perfect. No one's eating perfect, but we should at least be able to eat food and breathe the air and drink the water and not be worried that it's contaminated with some nonsense, right? So that's what is going to happen day one, right? There's a lot of big stuff, a lot of big changes coming. Let me know what you think. I hope you guys are staying safe and prepared out there. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.